After a wild race at Chicagoland Speedway, which saw Kyle Sussrod barely hold on against Mr. Edgenico Samadeo to get his first win on the channel, what will happen at Toledo Speedway to end the Ohio Valley Swing with 2 races to go in the Amsoil ARCA Series? Will Tanner Partin clinch the championship 1 race early, or will it go down to the wire at New Smyrna next week? It is the General Tire Tournament at Toledo Speedway. What's up, everyone? It's your boy on Racing 97, aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome everyone to Toledo Speedway. Race 13 on the season, 2 races to go, and we're here in Toledo, Ohio. Underneath the lights yesterday was the East Series race. We saw some drama, and who knows, maybe we'll see some more drama today over here this night, or here tonight. And like I said in the intro, we could see a champion be crowned here tonight. Tanner Partin has been dominant in the second half of the season, and he has one more good night tonight, then he will clinch it for New Smyrna. But this track is really, really wild, and I have to see what ends up happening here tonight. I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined by Chase Hales once again back up here in the booth.
Yeah. What's up, Nathan? I'm here back in the booth. I know everybody's been waiting for this. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, looking forward to here in Toledo. You said it, man. Only 2 races left to go. Pressure's on Tanner Partin right now. He has the advantage, but um, as we know with championship fights, it's never over until it's over. You look at the 2011 championship fight in NASCAR. So we're looking forward to seeing how this race plays out. I think you're going to see some drivers getting really impatient, especially with all those points on the line. But this is a quick racetrack. So I mean, if you're going to make moves, you're going to have to make them fast.
Yeah, you brought up a really, really good point. This racetrack is a half mile. It's a nail flat-ish half mile, but still a quick racetrack, timed around 16 seconds. And this track is a little bit different than Nishimura next week. A lot less banking and a lot less wide as Nishimura, so that's going to play into a factor here. And you mentioned Tanner Partin, he actually starts middle of the field in this one in the 43. Reggie Falkman also starts in the middle of the field. And actually he starts towards the back of the field in 21st. Woolman actually starts the highest out of all of them inside the top 10. And then third in points, St. Falkman also in the middle of the field. So 3 out of the top 4 start mid on back, and how do you think that's going to play things out, especially for Tanner Partin? He could clinch, but he's going to have to do it from working his way from the middle of the field to the front.
Yeah, Tanner Partin. I mean, I feel like the bottom lane's going to really kind of. I don't know how it's going to play out. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of racing here, but I feel like the bottom lane's going to play out. On flatter tracks, the bottom lane is always preferred. And this track's narrow as well. It looks like it's only maybe 2 lanes, maybe 2.5 you could get away with. So, I mean, in general, it's just a matter of. I think it's going to be a fight to get to the bottom, and then after that, you're going to have to see about how that front bumper works into somebody's rear bumper because it might get a little crazy, especially towards the end.
Yeah, we saw that a little bit in the Easters yesterday. Some bumpers had to get used, and gonna be interesting what ends up happening. The inside lane is gonna be the place where you want to be, but maybe that second lane might be able to work as a defense here tonight. Just have to wait and see. Tampa, we mentioned at the top of the show, he could clinch the title here tonight in C1 and the Amsoil ARCA Series. He has a 210 points, and he has a 22-point lead over Reggie Fogelman in second. Sin Crawford is in third, 29 points behind. Nathan Ullman is in fourth, 33 points behind. And Caleb Rose rounds out the top 5, 35 points behind. Angel Gutierrez is in sixth, 37 points back. Sustry with the win at Chicagoland last week, 43 points behind. And Sam Samadeo is in eighth, 45 points behind. Caroline Bradley is in ninth, 48 points behind. And Evan Boat rounds out the top 10, 49 points behind. So it's really been all Tanner Partin the second half of the season ever since Christmas. And Partin could clinch it here tonight if he leaves here with a 27 plus point lead. Because it's 24 for winning, and then 1 lap for leading a lap, and 1 lap for gaining the most laps. So 27 or more, and Partin will be the champion 1 week early. And here's the top 10 for tonight. Is Abel once again on the pole. I feel like that's second time in the last handful of races, with his third pole on the season, with Clown Jr. in second, and Miller in third, and the 42 of Jacob Miller alongside. We have the number 10 of Sustrike in fifth, trying to go two in a row, and we have the number 17 of Bradley Ream. Ronald Kennington won at ILP 2 weeks ago. In seventh, Evan Book in eighth, Nathan Ullman in ninth. Rounding out the top 10 is Josephine O'Neill in the number 20 machine. 50 laps on tap here tonight. Chase, who do you think will win here at Toledo?
Well, I think the winner's going to start up front. I just feel like that's the spot to be. I'm going to go with the number 30 of Andrew Miller. I'm not a huge guy in picking pole sitters, and so that's why I'm going to pick Andrew Miller. Second car on the inside line. I think he'll end up getting his way to the front relatively quickly. It's just a matter of getting by the two of Aaron Abel, because I think the 18 might fall back on that outside line, but we'll just have to see.
Not bad. Pitt Mills had an up and down season, mostly a down season, but hey, he starts up front, maybe he can take advantage of it. Aaron Abel, third pole of the season. Crown Jr. has had a miserable season. Here we go, 2 races to go. We have green flag racing for the general title, 200 at Toledo Speedway. Will we crown ourselves a champ at the end of the night? Let's find out in 50 laps at Toledo. Great jump from Aaron Abel. Great one from Andrew Miller on the inside. Like you said, that inside lane is going to be a place to be. Miller up to second. Sustrike might get to the inside of Crown Jr., and he does in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, one thing Roberto Crown Jr. is going to have to do is if he finds a gap, he's going to have to jump down as quickly as he can, because if not, he's going to drop like a rock. You see Sustrike taking third. He's been on a roll here recently. Crown, he's going to have a chance to get down here and will. But yeah, inside line, definitely the preferred line. And man, look how narrow this racetrack is. I mean, 2 lanes wide and the car on the outside is nearly hitting the wall. It is a very, very tight racetrack.
Yeah, this is kind of like Darlington in the way the racing line is. Take the racing line at Darlington and just copy and paste it to Toledo. That's what this racetrack is 2 and 3 groups wide max. Not a lot of room for these drivers, but it is a very fun track to pass. And that's what we've seen so far, a couple of bumping ones, and we might have a bumping one as Crown Jr. is going to wash up the racetrack a little bit. Orman not quite there. Orman doing what he needs to do in the 5th position. But here comes Tanner Partin. This man cannot be stopped all the way inside the top 10 after starting in the 15th spot. Orman's good. Boy.
Tell you what, man, Nathan Orman used him up there. Definitely did not give him much room. And you can see Roberto Crown got to the bottom, but that car really struggling right now. And that's been a theme this year with that 18 car. It's had some decent starting spots, but just has not been able to stay up front. Going to lose another spot here to the 6 car. And in general, this is just... I'm not sure why this 18 struggles as much as it does, but it can't stay up front.
Yeah, you mentioned Crown Jr. He has a really, really good qualifying average finish, 9.42. That's one of the better ones in the series. But he just cannot get the finishing results, unfortunately. So, not sure what's been the problem on that 18 machine. Woman tried bumping Sustrike out of the way. Sustrike got intimidated in 1 and 2. Gonna go wide, and Woman's made some moves here early on here at Toledo. Sustrike gonna go wide, and Woman's gonna get P3. And here's Tanner Partin. This man just cannot be stopped. I don't know what this 43 team for GMS has found in the second half, but up front every single race. And Tanner Partin, as things stand, he's inside the top 10 and 6th spot, as Reggie Folkman is deep in the field, I believe. Yeah, he is. So right now, it would be easy.
I don't know about that. Oh, I think. Yeah, they're going. They're wrecking.
They're 5 wide at Toledo.
They're 5 wide.
They're gonna save it. Okay.
Somehow no caution.
Unfortunately, Crawford and South have damaged. I was not expecting 5 wide at Toledo, but they had to use the apron a little bit. Meanwhile, Miller's trying to chase down Andrew Miller for the race to lead, and he's slowly chasing down a man Abel who's had a rough up and down season, but looking forward to what he can do in the Cup Series with RCR and Tricon Garage. And same with Matt Davis, he's had a struggling season, but Love Racing showing up here tonight. And you can see some of these guys all running that second lane, so it is a 2-lane racetrack, but most of the time in the World Pass is that inside lane. But right now it's Abel, Miller, and Davis the top 3.
Tell you what, it's a couple laps ago with that craziness. I mean, I think we had about 6 cars hit the wall of the corner. It was wild. That was. I never thought I'd see 5 wide at Toledo, but unfortunately, no caution for the guys that did catch the wall. You see some pretty big damage actually there to the number 1 machine of Zane Crawford, and so all in all, just yeah, that was a crazy turn 3 and 4 there. Aaron Abel leading, but man, Andrew Miller is kind of not going to say closing in per se, but he's hanging in the grasp. Well, I say that now he's lost a bunch of times, so yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the 30's got to try and stay in striking distance here.
Yeah, Miller lost 2.5 tenths last time by. It was 7 tenths, and now it's up to exactly 1 second. So this 2 of Aaron Abel's pulling away in a heartbeat here at Toledo. And right now, as things stand, it's not even in question that Tanner Partin will probably clinch here. Folkman is deep in the field. Ormond is up front, but he's only, let's see, Ormond is in 5th and 43 is in 8th, so Ormond would only gain 3 positions and 3 points on Partin, and he would be 30 points behind. So with this all happening, with Folkman being in the back, Crawford with damage, and Ormond being up front, but Partin also being up front, this 43 team is doing what they need to do and could easily lock this championship up here tonight. Almost halfway through the General Tire 200, and here comes Ormond for the 4th place spot.
I'll tell you what, that's pretty crazy. We're already almost halfway through this race. This race is absolutely flying by. But yeah, Nathan Ormond, he needs to be making moves and he needs to be going, because I think his only chance of staying in this championship battle, in my opinion, at this point, with Tanner Partin running as good as he is by winning this race. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I see Ormond staying in striking distance. And so he's going to have to get on his horse here in his next 26 laps, because if he doesn't, I think the 43 might have it locked up.
Partin, I don't know what Partin has done in that 43, but it's just been the second half ever since Christmas. They've lit the fire in that 43 machine, and he has the most top 10s out of anyone, and the most top 5s out of anyone, and tied for the most wins with Mr. Nicholas Sampadio. So if you're tied for the most wins on the season with Sampadio, who's new to the channel, but we know what Mr. Edge can do, that's pretty good. So Partin, fantastic this season. The gap for the race lead is maintained the last couple of laps, and we have to wait and see if Abel might be blowing up his stuff here too early in the General Tire 200, and might have to watch out for Abel's teammate with Matt Davis. He's starting to close in on Andrew Miller for possibly the 2nd place spot. Caleb Bowles, he's had a fantastic season in this 35 machine, quiet and consistent late in the going as well, kind of like Tanner Partin, but not quite to the extent. As I don't know what happened to a couple of cars, Evan Book and Jake Camillo. They went way wide in 3 and 4 last time by. But of course, Caleb is owning a team in the Cup Series, along with himself. Rose is owning Spy Motorsports and has a pretty solid lineup over there. So gonna have to see what Rose can do as a team owner. But would love to get some more top 5s to end the season, as we only have 20 laps to go this time by, and Miller is going to go wide in 24.
Yeah, he went wide, but not very wide. And he did close. He closed about a tenth of a second on Aaron Abel. It's back to under a second. It's just a matter of, can he get there fast enough? Because, well, yes, you hear 20 laps to go. Well, it's plenty of time. Here, it's not. That's very, very quick. And Aaron Abel right now is doing what he needs to do. Man, Andrew Miller in that 30. He's closing about a tenth a second a lap. At this rate, he will catch him. But catching him is one thing. Passing him is another, especially at a short track.
Yeah, and that's a good example of Matt Stapleton and Andy Miller. Matt Stapleton has been all over the back bumper of Andy Miller, but has not been able to get around this 30 machine. Miller lost about a tenth of a second last time by, from 8 tenths to 9 tenths, and he's gonna go way wide, try to diamond the corners. Did he gain anything? Not really. He lost a little bit. So whatever the 30 machine was doing right, not doing right anymore, as Tanner Partin goes wide and he might have tapped the outside wall a little bit.
I think he did. Like, he may have caught the wall just a bit off, too. He actually didn't cost him any of his positions, but he definitely slowed up a little bit. So, no damage, though. He'll be fine. But right now, I mean, it's just kind of a track position game. I'm not seeing... I mean, there's a couple battles here and there, but realistically, everybody's just kind of maintaining their own. And that is not good news if you're trying to take on Tanner Partin for this championship, because he has it locked up currently, and Miller went wide. Here comes Davis.
Yeah, we could be seeing a clinch on our hands here tonight. Davis to the inside Miller, and will we have a Web Racing 1-2 here at Toledo Speedway? Still side by for second, as we got side-by-side battles everywhere now all of a sudden. Battle for second, battle for fourth, and battle back here for seventh with Partin and Bradley. Partin's gonna get it, Rhodes is gonna get it, and so will Davis. Davis is gonna run a little bit wide, so a little bit of momentum, and that's going to allow Miller to close back in a little bit. Yes, oh my goodness, Matt Davis.
Way wide, in the wall.
Oh,
what in the world was that?
I think we have a lot of questions and not a lot of answers after that one. Gonna cost one spot, and now possibly second and a third. Oh, boy.
Now they're door banging. Man, Max Davis, I don't know what's going on here, but man, his handling is like going away really quickly. Does he have a power steering issue potentially?
I have no clue. That was really, really weird. Max Davis was able to get past Andy Miller with ease, and then the very next lap, he just shot straight into 3 and 4. Very, very odd right there from Max Davis. As will we see lap traffic? Don't believe we will. And Abel trying to go for the green flag to the checker flag here, as Tanner Partin is going to get another position on Sustry, and the way that things stand, I think it's going to be easy money for Tanner Partin to clinch this championship. And this is something that we did not see in the first half of the season. First half of the season, St. Crawford. Second half of the season, Tanner Partin, and it's not even been close. Matt Davis trying to get back to the inside of Nathan Ullman. Rose trying to get the inside of Andy Miller here. Less than 6 to go. Make that, 7 laps to go here at Toledo.
Where did Caleb Rose come from? He is all of a sudden going from like 5th up to 2nd. The 35's got so much speed, but I think it's just going to be too little too late. Takes that spot from Miller, but yeah, with only 6 to go, I don't see him catching the 2, especially with over a 1.5 second lead now. I think Aaron Abel's got it locked up unless something drastic happens.
I mean, we saw it yesterday in the East Series race. Shane Winsoff blew up an engine, and that could happen here. I don't want it to happen, but it could very suddenly. Rose with a great one, like you said, 5th to 2nd out of nowhere. And Davis is going to try to pass Andy Miller here again in 3 and 4. Maybe a little bit of contact on exit, side by side. Fantastic racing here tonight at Toledo. And the way that thing stand, Miller's going to try to grip the 2nd lane. And the way that thing stand, we will probably go caution free for both days here at Toledo, but not without some action. Miller's still trying to outside lane, but he's going to lose that 3rd spot as Ullman's going to move Miller out of the way.
Oh. Nathan Ullman's trying to be desperate, but it doesn't matter. Tanner Partin's behind him at this point. 43 is going to win this championship again, unless something incredibly drastic happens, which for Tanner Partin's sake, I hope does not happen. Orman will take the spot. Andrew Miller's car has fallen off a
Massively.
lot like Max Davis's. So just, I'm not sure what's going on, but here comes Tanner Partin. Yeah, he's got this locked up. He don't even need to make this pass.
From 15th to trying to take the 5th spot, like, Tampon just dominant in the second half, dominant all night long as England able. He's gonna get the checker flag, and off of turn number 4, we still have one race to go, but Tampon is gonna clinch the Season 1 Amsoil ARCA Series Championship.
Wow. What a drive from Partin. Going from 15th all the way up to the top 5. To do that in this quick of a race was incredibly impressive. Congratulations to Tanner Partin. Congratulations to Aaron Abel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's a good day for the Chevrolets.
A great day for Team Chevy from the pole and led every single lap, and Tampon 15th to 5th. That's what he did. That is what this guy has done the entire second half of the season. It doesn't matter if he's up front or if he is in the back or in the middle of the field. He finds a way to finish up front. That's going to be his 7th top 5, his 9th top 10, 9 top 10s in 13 races. That is impressive, and he could finish the season if he gets another top 10 next week with 10 top 10s in 14 races. Just absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, Zane Crawford 21st with that early real 5-way melee in 3 and 4. And Fogelman, he did make his way up to the front, but unfortunately, so did Tanner Partin. Fogelman 13th, Partin in 5th. I don't even have to look at the points, because he didn't really need to finish that many points ahead of Fogelman. But it's most likely 99.9% official. Partin is going to be the champ. What a dominating second half, and what a race here at Toledo. Caution free, but a lot of excitement.
Yeah, there definitely was a lot of excitement, especially early on. We saw 5 wide, which I don't know if you'll ever see that again here. And then, I mean, Aaron Abel dominated up front, but like once you got to about midfield, you saw a lot of really good battles. We saw tires really start to wear. We saw some drivers towards the end run into some problems. All in all, really fun race, but it's Aaron Abel collecting the checker flag and Tanner Partin, we believe, being the champion.
Yeah, that's the key thing, is that we believe, I'm 99% sure, gonna quickly check this out here, but what a job from Aaron Abel, and you mentioned it, 4 and 5 right at Toledo. I didn't think that was possible. It probably won't ever happen again, but that just shows how crazy this racetrack is. First time we've ever been on the channel here was for these ARCA series, and definitely put on a show. And the points are in, and it is official. Tampon, all you need to do was have a 27 or more point lead, and he has a 30-point lead. So it is official. Tampon is the champ. He doesn't even have to show up next week. You know he will. He can finish dead last, and he will still win the title by 3 or 4 points. So Tampon is the champ. But we do have a very tight battle for second in points. Fogelman only has a 2-point advantage over Rose and Orman, so that could get interesting if who gets second. But his official opponent is gonna win the title, get a season 2 reserve, and the ARCA series that will probably happen. Gonna have to wait and see, but as things stand, probably a 90% chance of ARCA returning that season, based off of how fun these races were. But final thoughts here at Toledo, and final thoughts for this championship with 1 race to go, but with it being clinched.
Yeah, I think it was a solid race. You know, it was kind of one of them races where we saw some moments, but it also wasn't, complete chaos, which I think is what these races should be. And as far as Tanner Partin clinching the championship, a race early, that's very impressive. Anytime somebody can clinch a championship, a race early, um, because that shows just how good of a season somebody had, and especially in a league where it's equal ratings. So that just shows that 43 team, they were on fire this year. Again, congratulations to Tanner Partin. Aaron Abel just dominated this race, and I guess it makes things very stress-free for the 43 car next week.
Yeah, they can just relax and just they don't have to do anything special, but they probably will get over top 10 and over top 5, maybe another win. Who knows what that 43 team will do, but pretty impressive what Tampon was able to do with an equal weighing series. Of course, that's not what's going to be the case in Cup and Plus with weekly weightings, but fantastic job from Tampon. Thanks for Chase for joining me once again here at Toledo, and congratulations to Ann Abel for the race victory, and there'll be a little bit more of a celebration for Tampon after we got news tomorrow, but points are coming up next. Congrats to Tampon on clinching the title one race early, and just for some fun, we will see you guys next week at News tomorrow for the regular, for the season finale, and that's only a wild one. For Chase, I'm Nathan Stapleton, and we will see you guys next week at News tomorrow. Bye.